When someone hurts you, it can feel like a wound that runs deep, a betrayal that cuts to the core of your being. The natural human reaction is to want justice, to seek revenge, to make them feel the pain that they caused you. But I want to encourage you today to take a different approach, a more powerful, a more healing approach. Instead of taking revenge, instead of allowing bitterness to take root in your heart, do this: forgive, release, and rise above. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful acts of strength that you can practice. It's not for the person who wronged you, it's for yourself. It's not about excusing their behavior or pretending that what they did doesn't hurt. No, it's about freeing yourself from the chains of anger and resentment that only weigh you down. When you forgive, you no longer allow that person or that situation to have power over your life. You choose to take back your peace, to reclaim your joy, and to free your heart from the darkness of unforgiveness. When someone hurts you deeply, it's easy to fall into the trap of resentment, anger, and the desire for revenge. It feels justified, doesn't it? After all, they have wronged you, and the pain lingers, often even more powerful than the event itself. You might feel the need to get even to make them understand the weight of their actions. But here's the truth: the more you dwell on these emotions, the more power you give them. Every thought, every memory of the wrongdoing keeps you connected to the past. It keeps you in a state of limitation, unable to move forward. You may even carry this weight with you into your future, without even realizing it. The key to liberation, to truly moving forward, is not in revenge, but in releasing the emotional burden of the hurt. Imagine, for a moment, how your life would change if you no longer held on to the pain. If you were able to let go of the anger and resentment, what would you be able to create for yourself? How much lighter would you feel? How much more open would you be to the abundance that life has to offer? Revenge keeps you stuck in the past. It ties your emotions to the actions of someone else, leaving you with the illusion that they are in control of your happiness. But true freedom comes when you decide that their actions no longer have the power to dictate your peace. When you choose to forgive, you are not excusing their behavior, you are taking your power back. You are saying, "I will no longer allow this to define me. I choose to release this and move forward with peace and strength." To forgive is to recognize that holding on to the past, even the painful parts, only prevents you from experiencing the fullness of your potential. The present moment is all that truly exists, and the future is shaped by the thoughts and beliefs you hold now. If you remain stuck in the hurt, your energy will continue to be tied to that moment, and your future will reflect the bitterness you hold. But when you forgive, when you choose to release the emotional grip that the past has on you, you open the door to new possibilities. Forgiveness is a powerful act of self-love. It is not about the person who hurt you, it's about you. When you forgive, you make space for growth, healing, and transformation. You allow yourself to become whole again, to reclaim your joy, your energy, and your peace. Forgiveness is not always easy, but it is the pathway to personal growth and healing. It's a decision to move beyond the hurt and to embrace the freedom that comes with choosing peace over pain. The moment you decide to forgive is the moment you begin to free yourself from the chains of resentment. You take control of your emotional state and refuse to allow anyone else to dictate how you feel. By forgiving, you create space for your mind to focus on what you want to manifest in your life, not on the negative experiences of the past. Your thoughts become clear, and your vision for the future becomes brighter. The next time someone hurts you, remember this: revenge will only keep you trapped in a cycle of pain and suffering. The key to your liberation is not in retaliation, but in forgiveness. When you forgive, you take back your power. You release the past and open yourself to new possibilities. You become the creator of your own reality, free from the limitations of past hurt. Forgiveness is not just a gift to the person who wronged you, it is the greatest gift you can give yourself. It is the pathway to peace, to healing, and to a future filled with possibilities. When you are hurt by someone, the natural instinct may be to seek revenge, or to make them feel the same pain they caused you. It feels justified in the moment. You might even feel that their wrongdoings deserve to be repaid. But the truth is, holding on to anger and resentment only harms you. It anchors you to the past, to the pain, and to the situation itself. The key to healing, to truly moving on and finding peace, is not in taking revenge, but in letting go of the hurt and releasing it from your mind. Every time you think of the person who wronged you, or the situation that caused you pain, you are reliving that moment. Your thoughts are not creating new experiences, they are recreating old ones. The more you allow yourself to replay those painful memories, the more you reinforce the emotional and mental patterns associated with them. The hurt becomes more embedded in your being, affecting your energy, your mindset, and your future. What you must realize is that the power of your mind is not in what happens to you, but in how you choose to perceive it. It is in how you choose to respond to every situation. Now, by holding on to resentment or the desire for revenge, you are allowing another person's actions to continue to shape your reality. You are handing over your personal power and energy to something that no longer serves you. This is where forgiveness comes in. Forgiveness does not mean that you condone what was done to you. It means you free yourself from the emotional ties to the incident and the person involved. It is not about excusing their behavior or ignoring the wrong they committed. It is about choosing peace over pain, freedom over imprisonment. It is about reclaiming your power and deciding that you will no longer allow the past to dictate your present or your future. Forgiving does not happen in a moment of weakness, it is an act of strength. It takes courage to look at the pain and choose to let it go. It takes resilience to refuse to let the actions of others control your state of mind. But forgiveness is not just for the person who hurt you, it is for you. It is a gift you give to yourself. When you forgive, you release the burden that weighs down your heart and mind. You create space for new possibilities, new experiences, and new blessings to enter your life. The moment you choose forgiveness, you set yourself free. When you forgive, you are no longer allowing the past to hold power over you. You are creating a new narrative, one where you are not defined by what happened to you, but by how you choose to move forward. You are stepping into a new state of being, one where you are in control of your thoughts and emotions. This does not mean that the pain disappears instantly, but over time, as you continue to choose forgiveness, the grip of the past loosens, and you become more and more empowered. Your peace of mind becomes less dependent on what others do or say, and more rooted in your own choice to let go. By releasing the desire for revenge, you align yourself with a higher state of being. You shift from a place of reaction to a place of creation. Your thoughts become more focused on what you want to bring into your life: love, peace, joy, and abundance, rather than what you want to take away from someone else. You begin to manifest from a place of love and understanding, not from hurt or bitterness. Forgiveness allows you to direct your energy toward your own growth. It frees up your mental and emotional resources, allowing you to put your attention on the life you want to create, rather than constantly revisiting the past. Your energy is no longer siphoned off by negative thoughts and emotional baggage. You reclaim that energy and can now use it to focus on your goals, your dreams, and your well-being. When you forgive, you begin to see the world differently. You no longer see yourself as a victim of circumstance, but as a creator of your own destiny. You realize that every experience, no matter how painful, holds a lesson, an opportunity for growth. The challenge is not in what happens to you, but in how you respond to it. When you respond with forgiveness, you elevate yourself. You are no longer bound by the actions of others, but free to create a life that aligns with your highest self. Revenge keeps you in a constant cycle of negativity. It prevents you from moving forward and hinders your growth. Forgiveness, on the other hand, breaks that cycle. It frees you from the chains of the past and opens the door to new experiences and opportunities. It is through forgiveness that you regain your personal power and reclaim your peace of mind. Choose forgiveness today. Let go of the anger, resentment, and desire for revenge. Free yourself from the past and create space for the future you desire. As you forgive, you will find that your life begins to shift. Your mind becomes clearer, your heart lighter, and your energy more focused on what truly matters. And in doing so, you open the door for new blessings to flow into your life. When you have been hurt by someone, it is easy to feel as though you need to take action, to repay them in kind, to make them feel the same pain that you've endured. This feeling arises naturally as a reaction to the injustice, the wrong, and the hurt that was inflicted upon you. But the truth, as difficult as it may be to grasp, is that responding in this way only prolongs your suffering. It keeps you tied to the very emotions and circumstances that caused you pain in the first place. The power you seek to regain lies not in revenge, but in your ability to choose a different response, one that frees you rather than binds you. Revenge seems like the natural response when we have been wronged. The desire to correct the injustice, to make the other person feel what they made us feel, is overwhelming. However, every time we hold on to the idea of revenge, we remain mentally and emotionally connected to the other person. We give them the power to control our feelings and our thoughts. It is as if we are allowing the hurt to continue long after the actual event has passed. We replay the story over and over again, cementing the negative energy that surrounds it. Instead of letting it go, we carry it with us, and in doing so, we allow it to affect our future. This is where true liberation begins, not in seeking to make the other person suffer, but in releasing them from your thoughts. It may not be easy to do, and it may take time, but it begins with recognizing that the only person who continues to suffer is you. As long as you remain focused on the offense, you keep it alive. As long as you stay connected to the person who hurt you, you continue to allow their actions to dictate your peace of mind. Forgiveness is not about excusing their behavior, it is about letting go of the need to control the outcome. When you release them from your mind, you also release yourself. Let go of the urge to fix what cannot be fixed. Let go of the notion that you can undo the past or make the wrong right. The moment you do, you free yourself from the chains of bitterness and resentment. This doesn't mean you are condoning what was done to you. It means you are making a conscious decision to stop allowing someone else's actions to influence your present and future. It means you are choosing to focus on what you can create, rather than on what you cannot change. When you choose to let go of anger and revenge, you begin to unlock a power that is always within you, the power of your thoughts. The mind is incredibly powerful, and it has the ability to shape your reality. When you let go of negative emotions and thought patterns, you create room for new, positive energy to enter. Your thoughts begin to focus on the life you want to create, not the past that you cannot change. In doing so, you align yourself with the energy of creation rather than with the energy of destruction. When your mind is clear of the past, you open the door to the new possibilities that await you. Revenge and resentment keep you tethered to the past. They bind you to a moment in time when you felt wronged, and in doing so, they prevent you from moving forward. But forgiveness allows you to break free from that grip. When you forgive, you free yourself. You no longer allow the wrongdoer to control your emotions. You take back your power. You take back your peace. You take back your future. In this state of freedom, you can finally begin to create the life you want, unburdened by the weight of the past. This act of forgiveness does not necessarily have to happen immediately, nor does it have to happen on anyone else's timeline. It is your process, and you take as long as you need. The key, however, is to begin. Start with small steps. Beside that, even if you don't feel like forgiving right away, you will begin to release the negative emotions associated with the situation. Shift your thoughts to what you can create, to what you can manifest. You don't have to erase the memory, but you can change the power that it holds over you. The more you choose to focus on your own healing, the more the pain of the past begins to fade. When you are able to let go of the desire for revenge and release the negative thoughts that bind you to the past, you will discover a new sense of peace and freedom. You will feel lighter, as if a weight has been lifted from your shoulders. Your mind will become clearer, your heart will feel more at ease, and your energy will be free to create a better future. In this space, you will find new opportunities and experiences waiting for you, unencumbered by the past. It is in this moment of release that you reclaim your power. You realize that you are not a victim of what others have done to you, but rather a creator of your own experiences. You realize that you are free to choose what your future will be, and you no longer have to carry the burden of someone else's actions. When you make this choice, you align yourself with the energy of creation, and you open the door to new possibilities. This is the true power of forgiveness. Not only does it free you from the past, but it empowers you to shape your future. When you have been hurt, do not take revenge. Do not allow someone else's actions to dictate your emotional state. Instead, choose to release them. Choose to let go. Choose to forgive. And as you do, you will find that you are setting yourself free to live your life, free to create the future you desire, and free to step into your power. When someone has hurt you deeply, the instinct to lash out, to retaliate, or to seek justice through vengeance may seem almost natural. Yet, within the hidden recesses of our being lies a profound truth. What we dwell upon within ourselves is what we project outwardly into the world. The emotions we nurture, the thoughts we repeat, and the energy we cultivate within our minds shape not only our perception of reality, but the reality itself. By holding on to thoughts of revenge, we do more than harm another. We bind ourselves to the very pain we wish to escape. True freedom, true healing, is found in consciously choosing to release the hurt and elevate our inner world to reflect the life we truly desire. The act of letting go is not a passive surrender to the wrongdoing. It is an assertion of your sovereignty over your inner state. When you respond to harm with thoughts of retribution, you unwittingly keep the wound alive, replaying the event and allowing it to overshadow your present. The past, as powerful as it may feel, exists only in memory and echo carried forward by the energy of your focus. Each time you dwell on the harm, you invest in the memory, feeding its power over your emotions and actions. In this way, you are not only tethered to the past, but also actively recreating its essence in your present. To free yourself, you must make a bold and conscious decision to shift your focus from what was done to you to what you can create from this moment onward. This does not mean denying the hurt or pretending the event never occurred. It means deciding that the event will no longer define your emotional state or dictate your choices. In turning your attention away from the wound, you deny it the energy it needs to persist. In its place, you plant the seeds of your future, a future unshackled by the chains of resentment. Imagine for a moment that the thoughts you nurture within your mind are akin to seeds planted in fertile soil. When you dwell on anger or vengeance, you are planting seeds of discord and bitterness. These seeds, when watered with repeated thoughts and feelings, grow into circumstances and experiences that mirror their essence. The harvest you reap is one of turmoil, perpetuating the very cycle of pain you sought to escape. But when you consciously choose to plant seeds of peace, love, and forgiveness, you cultivate a garden of harmony and fulfillment. Your outer world begins to reflect the inner transformation, bringing forth experiences that align with the higher vibrations you have chosen to embody. Releasing the urge for revenge is not an easy task, especially when the wound feels raw and the pain fresh. But within this challenge lies a profound opportunity for growth. Every act of letting go strengthens your connection to the limitless power within you. This power is not bound by the actions of others or the limitations of circumstance. It is the creative force that can transform even the deepest wounds into sources of wisdom and strength. By aligning yourself with this inner power, you reclaim your ability to shape your reality, regardless of external events. As you begin to release the negative emotions tied to the hurt, you may find a surprising shift in your perspective. The person who harmed you no longer holds the same power over your thoughts and emotions. You see them not as an enemy, but as a catalyst and opportunity to practice the art of conscious creation. This shift does not excuse their actions, but it does empower you to move forward without the burden of anger or resentment. In releasing the past, you reclaim your present and open the door to a future filled with possibilities. The energy you invest in thoughts of revenge can be redirected toward the pursuit of your own joy and fulfillment. Each moment spent planning retaliation is a moment lost to the creation of something beautiful. Imagine instead using that energy to visualize the life you desire, to nurture the relationships that uplift you, and to pursue the dreams that inspire you. When you let go of the need to get even, you free yourself to rise above the circumstances and step into a higher plane of being one where your happiness is no longer contingent upon the actions of others. It is in this higher state that you find true liberation. You are no longer a prisoner of your pain, nor are you defined by the harm inflicted upon you. Instead, you are the creator of your destiny, shaping your experiences with each thought and feeling you choose to entertain. The wrong done to you fades into insignificance as you align yourself with the boundless potential of your own inner power. In this state, you are untouchable not because you have avenged yourself, but because you have transcended the need for revenge altogether. The act of letting go is a gift you give to yourself. It is an affirmation of your worth, a declaration that your peace and joy are more important than any grievance. It is a testament to the strength of your spirit and the depth of your wisdom. As you release the past and focus on the present, you become a living example of the transformative power of forgiveness and love. Your life becomes a reflection of the beauty and harmony you have cultivated within, drawing to you experiences that uplift and inspire. The decision to release the desire for revenge is a decision to reclaim your power. It is an act of profound courage and self-love, a step toward a life of freedom and fulfillment. By choosing to let go, you affirm that you are not defined by the actions of others, but by the limitless potential within you. You are the author of your story, and with each choice you make, you write a new chapter, one filled with the light of hope, the joy of creation, and the peace that comes from knowing you have risen above. When the weight of betrayal or hurt is heavy upon you, there comes a profound choice to carry it forward, letting it shape your days, or to release it and transform your life in ways that defy understanding. The power of creation lies within your ability to perceive and to respond. When you shift your focus away from the pain inflicted by another and direct it toward the vision of what you truly desire, you engage a force far greater than the mere need for retribution. It is not about ignoring what happened or pretending it didn't hurt. Rather, it is about deciding that this hurt will not be the defining energy of your life. Consider how the energy of anger and revenge can consume you. Every thought replaying the injustice is like striking a match against your soul, burning away the peace and joy that are your birthright. It's easy to stay in this place because it feels justified. You've been wronged, and the world says you have the right to make it known, to even the scales. But pause and consider what this truly does. The longer you linger in thoughts of vengeance, the more you tether yourself to the very person or event that hurt you. It's as though you're binding yourself to them, giving them a place of prominence in your mind and your heart. Freedom from this cycle is found not in confrontation but in imagination. When you redirect your inner vision to dwell on what brings you joy and peace, you begin to dissolve the bonds of anger and hurt. You replace the image of the wrong done to you with an image of your ideal life, one in which you are whole, healed, and unburdened. In this act, you take back your power. You no longer react to what has happened. Instead, you respond by creating something entirely new. The past no longer dictates your present, and therefore it has no hold on your future. Letting go of the need to retaliate requires a leap of faith in the unseen power within you. This is not a passive resignation, but an active reorientation. You move your attention away from the wrongdoer and place it firmly on the vision of your desired outcome. Perhaps it is peace you seek, or a sense of justice that does not come from the external world, but from within. Whatever it is, the act of imagining it as real, feeling it deeply, and embodying it in your daily thoughts and actions begins to shift your reality. This is not mere wishful thinking, but a deliberate alignment with the creative force that governs all existence. When you choose to focus on love, forgiveness, or simply the pursuit of your own happiness, you unlock a reservoir of power that cannot coexist with resentment. Love and anger cannot occupy the same space within you. The moment you choose to release the anger, even if only for a moment, you create room for something greater to fill its place. This shift in focus is not about excusing the actions of others or pretending they didn't happen. It is about deciding that you will not allow those actions to overshadow the brilliance of your own life. The act of imagining your desired outcome is transformative because it shifts the energy within you. It aligns you with the vibration of what you want rather than what you don't want. When you dwell on revenge, your thoughts and emotions are anchored in the pain of the past, and you perpetuate that state. But when you imagine a life of peace, love, and fulfillment, you align yourself with those qualities, and they begin to manifest in your experience. The outer world is a mirror of your inner state, and as you change the image within, the reflection without must also change. The beauty of this process is that it liberates you from the need for others to change or apologize. It places the power squarely in your hands, where it has always been. The person who hurt you no longer has control over your emotions or your destiny. You have taken back that control by choosing to focus on what you want, rather than what you don't want. This is not to say the journey is easy. The pull of anger and hurt can be strong, and the temptation to dwell on them may arise again and again. But each time you redirect your focus, you strengthen your ability to create a new reality. In time, you may even come to see the person who hurt you not as an enemy but as a teacher. Their actions, as painful as they were, have provided you with an opportunity to grow, to practice forgiveness, and to reaffirm your commitment to your own peace and happiness. This does not excuse their behavior, but it transforms the role they play in your story. They are no longer the source of your pain, but a catalyst for your growth. As you continue to dwell on your ideal vision, the hurt begins to lose its hold on you. The memories may still arise, but they no longer carry the same emotional charge. You are free, not because the world has made it right, but because you have chosen to rise above it. You are no longer defined by the actions of another, but by the limitless potential within you. This is the ultimate victory, not over the person who hurt you, but over the part of yourself that was bound by pain. Through this process, you come to realize that the power to heal, to move forward, and to create a life of joy and fulfillment has always been within you. No one can take it away, and no one can give it to you. It is yours to claim. By letting go of the need for revenge and focusing on your vision of a better life, you step into the fullness of who you are and the infinite possibilities that await you. When you let go of the desire to seek revenge and turn inward, you unlock a power that transforms not only your circumstances but your entire being. The world you experience is not separate from you, but a reflection of the state within. If you carry bitterness, anger, or the heavy burden of revenge, the world will mirror those feelings back to you. But if you decide to release that weight and instead choose forgiveness, understanding, and love, you align yourself with the very essence of creation. To forgive and release is not to condone or forget what has happened. It is an acknowledgement that you will not allow the actions of another to dictate your state of mind or the trajectory of your life. The moment you choose to focus on your vision, your peace, and your happiness, you break free from the chains that have bound you to the hurt. This choice is a powerful declaration: I am not defined by the wrongs done to me, but by the infinite potential within me. Imagine for a moment that your inner world is a garden, and every thought and feeling is a seed. If you plant seeds of anger and revenge, they will grow into a tangled thicket of resentment and pain, choking out the light of joy and peace. But if you plant seeds of love, forgiveness, and faith in the goodness of life, your garden will flourish with beauty and abundance. The choice of what to plant lies entirely within your hands. No one can force you to sow anger or bitterness unless you allow it. This act of planting new seeds begins in imagination. When you dwell on thoughts of vengeance, you replay the hurt over and over, keeping it alive within you. But when you shift your focus to the life you want to create, a life filled with harmony, joy, and fulfillment, you begin to rewrite the story. The images in your mind shape the world you live in. By imagining the best version of yourself, unburdened by the past, you set the stage for its realization. Feelings play a crucial role. It is not enough to simply think of peace and happiness. You must feel them as though they are already yours. Feel the relief of letting go, the lightness that comes from releasing anger, and the joy of stepping into a new chapter of your life. These feelings are the creative force that brings your vision to life. They align you with the energy of the reality you desire and draw it closer to you. This shift in focus does not mean the memory of the hurt will vanish overnight. There may be moments when the old pain resurfaces, tempting you to return to thoughts of anger or retaliation. In these moments, remind yourself of the power you hold. You are not at the mercy of your emotions, you are the master of them. Each time you choose to redirect your thoughts and feelings toward your vision, you strengthen your ability to create the life you want. You may come to see the situation that hurt you in a new light. What once seemed like a great injustice may reveal itself as an opportunity for growth. Perhaps it taught you resilience, the value of self-worth, or the power of forgiveness. This does not mean you sought out the pain or that it was justified, but it does mean that you have the ability to extract meaning and purpose from it. In doing so, you transform it from a source of suffering into a stepping stone toward your highest self. Forgiveness, in this sense, is not something you give to the other person, but something you give to yourself. It is a release of the burden you've been carrying, a way of saying, I choose freedom over pain. The other person's actions do not define you, your response does. By choosing to forgive, you reclaim your power and affirm that your happiness is not dependent on anyone else. The beauty of this process is that it extends beyond the immediate situation. When you practice forgiveness and focus on creating a better life, you set a precedent for how you will handle challenges in the future. You develop a resilience that allows you to face difficulties with grace and a vision that guides you through even the darkest times. You become a beacon of light, not only for yourself but for others who may be struggling with their own hurts. As you continue on this path, the outer world will begin to reflect the inner transformation. Relationships may heal, opportunities may arise, and a sense of peace will permeate your life. This is not because the world has changed, but because you have changed. And you have chosen to step into the fullness of who you are, unshackled by the past and empowered by the infinite potential within you. Letting go of revenge and choosing forgiveness is not a one-time decision, but a daily practice. Each day offers a new opportunity to align with your vision, to plant seeds of love and joy, and to nurture the life you want to create. It is a journey, and with each step, you draw closer to the realization of your highest self, a self that is whole, unbroken, and free. When someone hurts you deeply, the most profound and transformative choice you can make is to rise above the pain and refuse to let it define your future. Taking revenge may seem like an immediate solution, but it only perpetuates the cycle of negativity and binds you to the very hurt you wish to overcome. Instead, by choosing forgiveness, releasing anger, and focusing on building a life rooted in love, peace, and purpose, you free yourself from the chains of the past. Forgiveness is not about condoning the wrong or forgetting the hurt. It is about reclaiming your power and choosing to prioritize your happiness over lingering resentment. It is a gift you give yourself, a way of saying, I deserve freedom, joy, and fulfillment. By shifting your focus to the vision of the life you want to create, you align yourself with possibilities that go far beyond the pain. You step into a future filled with harmony, growth, and strength. Every challenge, including the wounds caused by others, holds an opportunity for transformation. When you let go of revenge and embrace the higher path, you not only heal yourself, but also open the door to a life filled with abundance and purpose. This choice is a testament to your resilience and a reflection of your inner strength, proving that even in the face of pain, you can rise, thrive, and shine brighter than ever before.